Evening hi-fi fans. So I'm home alone again tonight. My missus has gone to see her mum, so I've got the house to myself and I am doing my favourite thing, which is checking out some hi-fi. So tonight on the table I've got the little ROTEL RA-310 and I've got it connected up to a set of Bang& Olufsen 1702 speakers. Now, I've wanted to do this little combo together for a little while, so tonight I thought, right, let's do it. Let's have a night in and just chill out with the little ROTEL and the Bang& Olufsen's, because I really am a fan of this little ROTEL RA-310. It's a great little amplifier. It doesn't make much money. It's not an expensive one to buy. But for a night like this, where I'm just listening to stuff at low volumes, oh, it's a really good one because it can deliver so much detail, this little ROTEL. That's what impresses me the most about it, the amount of detail that you can get out of this little tiny amplifier. Now, it's only 15 watts per channel, so you are not rattling the windows in your house with this one. But for a night like this, just chilling out, listening to some music at low volumes, I do think this one's hard to beat for the money. But I do also think that my one might be a really good one, because I took this one round my friend Clive's house. He's got one as well, so we had a bit of a battle with them. We had the battle of the ROTEL RA-310s. And there's nothing wrong with this one. It's nice condition, it's been serviced and all that. But my one really did sound a lot better than his. So I do think I've got a really good sounding one here with this little ROTEL. And if you went and bought one, you got to think it might not sound as good as mine, because mine really did sound a lot better than Clive's one. Not by a tiny bit, it was quite surprising. We played them like we're swapping speakers over on them, and instantly we both just went to each other, that one just sounds so much better. And I don't think there's a problem with his one, but you just get that sometimes. You get amplifiers exactly the same, but one will sound a lot better than the other one. And then these Bang& Olufsen speakers are good. I like these Bang& Olufsen's. I've had them on a couple of amps so far. Listening to them, that they are a really good little bookshelf speaker. So that is why I wanted to get them on this ROTEL and check them out. Because as soon as I sort of realised how good these little speakers were, I was just thinking, I bet they're going to work really well on that little ROTEL. And I wasn't wrong, because tonight, yeah, I've really been enjoying the sound I've been getting out of this combination. The little ROTEL RA-310 and these Bang& Olufsen 1702s definitely is a win-win combo. And tonight I've just been really enjoying it, and I have been getting the vintage sound in abundance. And I have only been playing stuff that like suits that vintage sound. I haven't been playing no Prodigy or nothing like that. Although I think that would sound alright through this combo. But I haven't been playing nothing like that tonight. I've kind of been picking out CDs that I know will really work well with the vintage sounds. So I haven't really been testing anything out tonight like I normally do. I normally try and pick a few tracks that will like catch the amp or the speakers out or something like that. I haven't been doing any of that tonight. Tonight has just been all about me enjoying myself, because I'm starting to get a right nice collection of amps and speakers together again now. So it's time to start enjoying them, and that's what I have been doing tonight. And I've been looking forward to tonight all day, because at work today I was just thinking, oh, I can't wait to get home, Bang & Olufsen's, little ROTEL, few beers, and I'm going to get a takeaway. 'Cause to me, that's like a heaven night. It really is like the perfect night in for me. Because a lot of you probably do the same thing, don't you? You look forward to a nice quiet night in, but you are probably looking forward to just getting in, getting a takeaway, few beers, put the telly on, chill out. Tonight is like that for me, but with hi-fi, because I don't really watch TV. I watch the Grand Prix and I have been watching the football. But if the football wasn't on, I only really watch the Grand Prix. I don't watch nothing else on telly. It doesn't interest me. I watch YouTube, but I don't watch TV. I do use the old games consoles. Me and James put the old games console on. Yeah, we do that a lot, and we do a lot with vintage consoles. We have got a bit of a collection between us, me and James. But again, with the games consoles and that, it kind of ties in with hi-fi, because I will have like an old amp going, set of speakers, running off the TV or out of the console, so although I'm playing like video games, I've still got the hi-fi running. So we'll have like the sound of the console coming through an old vintage setup, or we will have the sound down on the console and just be playing computer games whilst listening to music. So I really have sort of always got the hi-fi going. And the other night we did it, me and James, we was in the lounge and we put on the old PS1 and then we put the old original Wipeout in it, because we used to love that years ago. So we put PS1 on, put Wipeout in it, and then we was like, right, what we going to have? So it was like, right, we got this Pioneer SX750 and put them Kef Kantar speakers on it. So me and James are in the lounge. We had Wipeout flat out and it plays the song, doesn't it? Prodigy, Firestarter. So we went into the settings on the old PS1 and changed it. So every time we raced, it only played that track. And we had it pumping. Yeah, it was good. We had a good night that night. But then my missus come home and spoilt it. Because when she came in, she was like, what are you doing? We're like, playing Wipeout. She went, not in here, you're not, because the lounge is her room. I am not allowed hi-fi and the games console in the lounge. No, that's wrong actually. She doesn't mind the games console in there, but we had the Pioneer SX750 sitting on the coffee table, and then we had the Kef Kantar speakers sitting on little stands that we had made out of the 4 little Sony bookshelf speakers, and then we had wires running everywhere. That was what she was not very happy about. And she went, why are you in here anyway? You got your own room for doing that. I went, yeah, I know, but the telly's better in here. And it is better. We got a big 65-inch Samsung, and it's well good. So then me and James had to pack all our toys away. We was like a couple of little kids that had just been told off. And then 10 minutes later I could hear the Hoover going. And it was about 11 o'clock at night, so she is a bit house proud about the lounge. So yeah, we had a good night that night with the PS1 and a bit of Wipeout. Like, I've been having a good night tonight with these Bang & Olufsen's and the little ROTEL. I really have been enjoying the sound of this combo tonight. I really do like it. And I might even try and get a bigger version of this ROTEL, because they do a 610, don't they? I might try and get hold of one of them, because I've never had that one. I've always been a bit put off by it, by the fact that it's got slider controls on it. So that's what I've been playing through tonight, look, and I've even had a bit of Carmen Miranda going, and that sounded really good through this. And that First Ladies of Jazz and Eva Cassidy, all them sounded good, but the CD of the night that I've most enjoyed is this one here. You'd like this CD, Mr. Muddy. It's fantastic, mate. Look at them tracks on it. Look at them tracks. I love that track. Look, Rum and Coca-Cola. Track number 11, you can't beat it. And track number 9, a tisket, a tasket. The versions that this Cash does really are something else. They are excellent. I don't know much about the singer. It's a CD I found a few years ago in a charity shop, and I just bought it because I didn't know what it was and started playing it, and I was like, right, I love that CD. I play it a lot. And my missus laughs because I get in from work a lot, and the first thing I do is get that CD out and play that Rum and Coca-Cola song, and then pour myself a Rum and Coca-Cola. And then I have a little sing along to it and a little dance about, and my missus just laughs at me. She goes to me, "You love that song, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love this song. It's the Rum and Coca-Cola song. Of course I love it." I do like it a bit much, and you do really need a good sounding system for it, because it is recorded really well, this CD. And at my old house, I used to play it all the time because I had a set of Spendor BC1 speakers, and this CD used to sound fantastic through them speakers. That's why I've been enjoying it so much tonight, because these little Bang& Olufsens do remind me a little bit of them Spendor BC1s. Now, I'm not saying they sound as good as them Spendors, they don't, but they've kind of got a similar sort of sound to them, and I think that's why I've been enjoying this Cash CD so much tonight, because it reminded me of how it used to sound on my old Spendors. And I do think you'd like that CD, Mr. Muddy. On your nice amp and speakers, that CD would sound fantastic, mate. So if you get a chance, Mr. Muddy, to get hold of that Cash CD, I highly recommend you buy a copy. And it's not for everyone, that CD. If you're a bit of an headbanger, you like your old modern drum and bass and all that, that CD is not for you. But if you're someone that loves real high quality sound and loves like female vocals, that CD is excellent. And it's a real feel-good CD. You can't play that CD without having a little dance around and a little sing-along, and it will make you feel good. It is a proper feel-good CD, that one. And like I said, it's not for everyone, that CD. And like James doesn't really like it. He gets the bit about how good it makes your system sound. Because if your system's up to it, that CD will make it sound fantastic. He does get that bit, but he doesn't really like the songs. So when I play it and I go in his face singing all the songs, he does look at me like I'm just a crazy man. And my missus sort of made out like she didn't like it. When I kept playing it, she was like, "Oh no, not Rum and Coca-Cola again." But then one day I came home from work early, walked indoors, and I caught her playing it. She was in the kitchen. She had it turned up really loud, and she was singing along and dancing to Rum and Coca-Cola. And I just watched her for 5 minutes, and then she saw me. And I went, "Oi, I thought you didn't like that song." She went, "It's your fault. You play it so much. I can't help but like it." So I had to laugh at that, and then I poured myself a Rum and Coke and played it again. And I just thought then, I bet it's going to sound good on that big Harman Kardon that turned up the other day. Or I need a big, really decent set of speakers for that Harman Kardon. Something like a nice big set of Richard Allens. Or a big old set of Audio Masters. And then I am going to have Rum and Coca-Cola just sounding so good. Oh, I can't wait. Not that it hasn't been sounding good tonight on you, mate. Little ROTEL's been doing a fantastic job with that Cash CD, but I think I might be able to improve on the sound a little bit with a Harman Kardon 930 twin power and a big set of Richard Allen speakers. Oh, that sounds like a good combo, don't it, Mr. Muddy? And I'll tell you who Mr. Muddy is, because a lot of people, you watch my videos, you're probably wondering who he is. Well, he's a fellow YouTuber, and I talked to him on the computer, and he seems like a really nice guy. And he's got a hi-fi channel. It's called the Muddy Waters Hi-Fi Club, and it's a really good channel. Me and my missus, we watch it all the time. It really is a good channel. It's very different from this channel. Like, you can understand what he says and everything, so it's so different to this channel, but it really is a good watch, so you should check that out. That's the Muddy Waters Hi-Fi Club. So if you start watching his channel and you really like it, don't go messaging him and calling him Mr. Muddy, because his name is Neil. So if you message him, call him Neil, because no one is allowed to call him Mr. Muddy except me. Hey, Mr. Muddy, that's right, ain't it, mate? And he does subscribe to this channel, Mr. Muddy. He does watch the videos, so he is one of us, Mr. Muddy is. And I think he likes watching the old unboxing videos, because he likes being nosy and seeing what I've just found on the old computer. And I did find a couple of good things tonight, because I'd done the usual routine, got in from work, checked the channel, and then had a little look on eBay, see what had been listed today. And I found a set of JBL Control 1 speakers, but they are the Pro version, so I might have a little bid on them. And then I found a Denon PMA 720 amplifier. Now, it's for sale with a seller that I've bought a lot of stuff off over the years. It's not working, it doesn't power up or do anything, but because it's with that seller, I might go after that Denon, because his stuff is always as listed and it always turns up packaged really well. I've never had nothing damaged in the post that's been sent by him. So I might have a little bid and try and get that Denon, but the only thing that's not looking that good for it is the fact that it finishes Friday night about 8:30, and everyone is on the computer bidding then, ain't they? So you never know. With that Denon I might get outbid, because I'm not going to bid loads on it. It's not working, it doesn't power up or anything, and it does look a bit scratched up. So it's not in the condition of my lovely little ROTEL sitting on the table there, because she is in good condition, that one, because that's an old one as well. It's from 1970, this ROTEL. And tonight I have really enjoyed this ROTEL with these Bang & Olufsen speakers on it. It really is a good combination. There is synergy going on between these two, 100% there is. They sound fantastic together. So with the sort of music I've been playing tonight, I've really had a good night tonight, just sitting back, chilling out on the sofa, having a few beers, and just really enjoying myself listening to the fantastic sound of a ROTEL RA-310 amplifier and a set of Bang & Olufsen speakers. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and I shall see you next time.